Alright, let's talk money. But let's do it differently. We're constantly bombarded with messages about overnight crypto millionaires and stock market gurus who promise instant riches. It's loud, it's flashy, and honestly, it's exhausting. It creates this illusion that if you're not seeing explosive growth, you're doing something wrong. But that's a myth. True. Sustainable financial freedom isn't built on a lottery ticket. It's built brick by brick, day by day. It's quiet, it's consistent, and it's far more powerful than any get-rich-quick scheme. Think of it like financial fitness. You don't get in shape by going to the gym once for 12 hours. You get in shape by doing small, manageable workouts consistently. The same principle applies to your wealth. We're not talking about a financial overhaul that will stress you out. We're talking about real, daily habits that actually multiply your wealth over time. These are the small hinges that swing big doors. It's about shifting your mindset from one of anxiety and scarcity to one of control and abundance. It's about building a system that works for you, even when you're not thinking about it. These habits are designed to be so small, so simple that they feel almost effortless to implement. But when you stack them together, their impact is profound. Here are 5 tiny habits that have made the biggest difference for me, and they can for you too. They took me from feeling perpetually behind to feeling confidently in control of my financial future. And the best part? You don't need a finance degree or a 6-figure salary to start. You just need a willingness to begin. Habit number 1, pay yourself first. Now, I know you've probably heard this before, but I want you to really think about what it means. It's a fundamental shift in perspective. Most people get paid, pay all their bills, spend on wants, and then see what's left over to save. This makes saving an afterthought. Paying yourself first flips the script. It treats your future self as your most important bill. It's a non-negotiable expense. Before you pay your landlord, before you pay your credit card, before you buy your groceries, you pay you. The second money lands in my account, I move a chunk, sometimes just 5 or 10%, straight into a separate savings or investment account. If you're just starting, don't get hung up on the percentage. Even if it's just $20, the act of doing it is what builds the muscle. The magic here is psychological. By moving it immediately, that money is no longer in your mental pool of spendable cash. It's out of sight, out of mind. You then naturally adjust your spending to live on the remaining amount. And suddenly that stash starts to grow without you even noticing. It's your secret weapon, quietly compounding in the background, building a foundation for your future wealth. This single habit is what separates people who build wealth from those who live paycheck to paycheck. Habit 2, automate everything. This is the habit that makes habit number 1 truly effortless. It's the ultimate way to put your financial plan on autopilot and remove your biggest enemy from the equation, your own forgetfulness and lack of willpower. We all have days where we're tired, busy, or just not feeling it. On those days, it's easy to say, "Oh, I'll transfer that money to savings tomorrow." But tomorrow becomes the next day, and soon a month has passed. Automation ensures your financial goals are met whether you're feeling motivated or not. I set up automatic transfers for everything. My bills are paid automatically, so I never risk a late fee. My savings contribution, that pay yourself first money, is automatically transferred the day I get paid. And my investments? A set amount is automatically invested into my index funds every single month. No more oops, I forgot, it just happens. This frees up so much mental energy. Instead of juggling due dates and transfer amounts, I can trust that my system is working for me. It takes about 30 minutes to set up one time, and it saves you from countless future decisions and potential mistakes. It's like having a tiny, diligent financial robot working for you 24/7 in the background. It never gets tired, it never complains, and its only job is to make you wealthier. Your only job is to let it work. Habit 3, track every penny. Okay, stay with me. I know this sounds tedious and restrictive, but I promise it's the opposite. This isn't about creating a spreadsheet from hell that makes you feel guilty about every purchase. This is about gaining clarity. It's about empowerment. Not tracking your spending is like trying to drive to a new destination with your eyes closed. You know you're moving, but you have no idea if you're going in the right direction. You might end up somewhere, but it's probably not where you wanted to go. Tracking is simply taking off the blindfold, and it doesn't have to be hard. I do it with a simple app that connects to my bank accounts and automatically categorizes my spending. It takes me maybe 5 minutes a week to review. The first time I did this, it was a revelation. I thought I had a good handle on my finances, but the data told a different story. I discovered I was spending hundreds of dollars a month on subscriptions I forgot I had, and on takeout I didn't even really enjoy. These were my cash leaks. Once I started seeing where my money was actually going, it wasn't about cutting back on everything. It was about making intentional choices. I saw the $150 a month on lunches I didn't love, and I thought, I'd rather put that towards my travel fund. So I stopped leaking cash on stuff I didn't even care about, and I redirected it towards things I valued. This habit isn't about restriction. It's about alignment. It ensures your money is a tool that's building the life you actually want. Awareness is powerful. Habit 4, the 24-hour rule. This one is my secret weapon against impulse spending, which is one of the biggest wealth destroyers out there. Our world is designed to make us buy things instantly. Buy now with one click, limited time offers, flash sales. They all prey on our brain's desire for instant gratification. The 24-hour rule is a simple circuit breaker. Anytime I want to buy something non-essential over a certain amount, say $50, I force myself to wait one day. I don't forbid myself from buying it. I just delay the decision. What happens in those 24 hours is pure magic. The emotional urgency that I must have this now feeling almost always fades. The dopamine rush subsides and my logical brain takes over. I start asking better questions. Do I really need this? Where will it live in my small apartment? Is there something else I'd rather spend this money on, like my vacation fund? 9 times out of 10, the urge passes and I keep my money. And that 10th time? When I still want it after 24 hours, I can buy it guilt-free, knowing it was a conscious decision, not an emotional impulse. It's wild how much you save just by hitting pause. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year, saved not through painful sacrifice, but simply by giving yourself a moment to breathe. And finally, habit 5. Learn one new thing about money each week. Financial literacy is not a skill you're born with. It's something you build. For a long time, I was intimidated by financial topics. Words like investing, asset allocation, and index funds felt like a foreign language designed to exclude me. The turning point was when I decided to stop being intimidated and start being curious. I committed to learning just one new thing each week. Not reading a whole book. Not becoming an expert overnight. Just one small, digestible piece of information. Some weeks it's listening to a 20-minute podcast on my commute. Other weeks it's watching a 10-minute YouTube video explaining a concept. Sometimes it's just reading a single article or a thread from a financial expert on social media. This habit creates compound knowledge. The week I learned what a high-yield savings account was, I was able to move my emergency fund there to earn more interest. The week I learned about index funds, I finally felt confident enough to start investing. Each piece of knowledge builds on the last. The more I understand, the smarter my decisions get, and the faster my money multiplies. You go from being a passive passenger in your financial life to being the confident driver in control of the wheel. Here's the thing. None of these habits are huge on their own. Paying yourself first might just be $20. Automating saves you a few minutes. Tracking gives you 1 or 2 insights. Waiting 24 hours saves you 1 purchase. Learning one thing feels small, but stack them up, and the magic happens. You're building a powerful, automated system for wealth creation. Paying yourself first is the foundation. Automating it is the mortar holding it together. Tracking is the blueprint. The 24-hour rule protects your building materials, and learning is the skill you gain to build bigger and better over time. You're building real wealth, quietly, in the background of your life. Don't feel like you have to tackle all 5 at once. That's the fastest way to get overwhelmed and quit. The goal is progress, not perfection. Start with 1, just 1. Pick the one that feels easiest or most exciting. Master it for a month. Then add another. And watch what happens. Every dollar you redirect, every impulse you manage, every piece of knowledge you gain is a profound act of kindness to your future self. That person, the one 5, 10, 20 years from now, will be so incredibly grateful that you had the courage to start today. If you found this helpful and you're ready to start building a better financial future, hit that like button And subscribe for more ways to level up your life, one tiny habit at a time. Let me know in the comments which habit you're going to start with first. I'd love to hear about it. You've got this. Catch you next time.